But yeah, that's my favorite movie, like hands down, my favorite movie of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah, it's
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah, it's like it holds a very sort of special place in my heart. Like the first Supermilk album, "Death is the Best Thing for You Now," that was named after a line, like a cut line from Freaked. And me and a couple of my friends went to see a screening of Freaked with not Alex Winter, but Tom Stern, the other guy who made it, sort of like presenting it and doing a Q&A and stuff. And I brought along a copy of the record to give to him and stuff. And now we're like Instagram friends and keep in touch every now and again, which is quite sweet. But
oh, that's crazy, man. How did you first get exposed to that film? Because it's not one that not many people know about, even though it's like from Alex Winter, Bill and Ted, Lost Boys and all that kind of thing. It's such a strange film, but an amazing cast and effects and just bonkers.
I know, it's incredible. I feel like it's so underrated even today. Like every now and again it'll have this resurgence where like someone on YouTube will do like like, have you seen this film? And then like it kind of garners a whole legion of new fans, but it's still, it's not on any of the streaming services or anything like that. But I first, through my local video shop, back when they used to have the magazines that you could flip through and it told you what was coming up, I was already really into Bill and Ted. Like my dad took me to see Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey when it came out of the cinema when I was like really, really young. And I was like so sort of blown away by it. Like, even though they're all great, got a real affection for all of them, I feel like Bogus Journey is by far my favorite because it's got like a slightly darker take on it and all of the kind of weird effects with the robots and when they're kind of ripping open their chests and just, show all like the wires and stuff. Really good soundtrack with like Faith No More and Primus.
Killer soundtrack, man.
Yeah.
Killer soundtrack.
But yeah, like I was already into that, and then there was like a tiny little bit written about it in like the Choices, monthly or weekly sort of video magazine saying like, oh, this is coming to the shops, in a couple of weeks' time. I was checking the shop every week to see if it come in, and it finally came in and we rented it. And I was just like, oh, this is everything I want in a film. It's like goofy, it's weird, it's gross. It's just like the colors are just all like, intense, saturated. There's lots of like prosthetic effects and yeah, it's such a good film. But I feel like it really found its audience through video rental and on VHS because it was so shelved by the studio when it came out and it had such a limited release. And even though it was kind of like well received when it came out, it sort of died a quick death. And then when it eventually, like a year later resurfaced on VHS, it was that's where it really kind of reached people.